miss the magic of the lost world. Escape to paradise.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to, of course, the show that hopefully in a golden way never ends here. And of course, okay, I am very grateful to be going live this evening, and of course, towards the midnight hour here, I've got to keep my voice down here because, there's somebody else in the building. But like I say, of course, I just want to text somebody something, and I'm just saying I'm live on YouTube. So yeah, at the beginning of this sort of live stream, you actually saw a little bit of the theme tune and of course the logo and the current logo of Touring With Us to this date of 2024. Well, actually the logo was actually presented in 2023, but actually, it's still to this modern day continuing on to be the logo. And what I would like to say this now, what I'd like to say right this minute is that, of course, it was backed by some music, which is by NTP, which actually features Teddy J and Stand Up in Space, it's called, of 2015 actually. So, yeah, courtesy of Music 2000. So that is the background music that fills up the start of this sort of live stream, but as you would call it, a video. So yeah, I'm going to check if anybody is tuning in right this minute. Probably nobody, but of course I am live here from OBS Studio today. Right, okay. Right, okay. So there we go. Yeah, I don't know if anybody is watching this time of night, but of course, average view duration is about 5 minutes here. There are some people actually tuning in. We've got the logo down below here, looking at, of course, down in this direction, it's a logo of Touring With Us. It's kind of like what you call a watermark here. So, yeah, shall I actually read some stuff here while I'm here? I'll tell you some facts, actually, whilst I'm here. I haven't got my radio mic on here. I sometimes use it and sometimes I don't. So, yeah, I'm going to do a short live before I hit the hay. So, ooh, I thought I saw the bus there. Well, it will be coming up very soon, the very, very last one of Saturday evening. I don't know if Saturday has a very last bus. Maybe they do, but of course, yeah. Welcome along, very good evening, and thank you very much for joining us this evening here. I am live via, yes, via, which means I'm using a streaming software in this instance here, and that means, of course, yeah, you can come on and say hello to me and of course have a chat with me for a little bit longer than usual. Now, of course, I'm going to talk you through some stuff, things outdoors here. What is a rainbow? Why is it hotter in the summer? Where do rivers come from? And of course, how do trees grow? Where does lightning come from? Some interesting sort of things here. So, of course, all daylight and all hot weather on the earth comes from the sun. So, some interesting facts I'm going to read throughout the booklet here. I'm going to take some bits out of here. You can actually make your own moon model here, which, of course, is here. So, yeah, you can see the illustration here. Just that little section here, you can actually, piece together a moon of some kind. And, of course, measure your own moon, say like 1.5 meters, if you understand the mathematics of that. To see the difference between the sizes and the Earth and the moon, make two balls of plasticine. The sizes of the balls are actually shown in the illustration above here, which is this section here. And the big one is the Earth. Now join the two balls with a piece of string 1.5 meters long. This will give you some idea of the distance from the Earth to the moon. Interesting. Okay, another fact here is the moon is very dry, okay, and very rocky as well. It is also covered with powdery type of dust. Nothing ever grows on the moon, not as far as we know anyway. And another factor is that the moon has no light of its own. It actually reflects some kind of light from the sun and beams back to Earth. The moon is actually a ball of rock which actually goes around the Earth as we see it today. It takes around about a month to go around once. That's about the moon there. And other facts about the sun here, the sun shines all the time, even when it's raining. Even when it's cloudy, even when it's snowing, it is actually still there, still visible, not as in visible to the naked eye, but it's still up there in the sky. It is definitely there, though, as I say, you can't possibly see it. And even if you fly an aeroplane, right, during the daytime, you can actually see the sun shining above the clouds, which, of course, is raining down on Earth. Okay, when it is nighttime for you, it is daytime for the people living on the other side of the actual Earth itself. So, you've got to think of it like this, when when it's night time where you are right now, wherever you are right this minute, it could be, of course, you might be watching this at morning time or actually at night time before you go to bed, especially if you're watching in the UK. But of course, you could be watching on video, so you could be morning or afternoon. So whatever time it is night time on the other side of the world. That's basically what I'm trying to say to you guys out there and girls. So yeah, Dry Hump says a good morning, or getting that way. And Alex Bailey is in the chat. Hi, and I thought the moon was made of cheese. That's what they all say, isn't it? That's what the scientists is believed to be said there. Alex Bailey has returned here. I was thinking about Alex Bailey. I haven't seen him for a long time, so thank you very much for joining us here. He says he likes Bears and Evans. Dry Up, as in Tom, lives in London. So spread the word about touring with us in the London area. Where did you actually spot us? Just to remind us, if you want to tell us where you spot us or spotted us, do let us know. Dry Up said it's dark here. Sun mostly must have gone out. Yeah, obviously it has, because it's dark. But funny enough, of course, the area that I live in here in Suffolk, a lot of people laugh at this, but I, sort of friend of mine, actually it's not a friend, it's a partner, called Curly Whirly. But of course, yeah, I'm so used to, because I've been a friend of Curly Whirly's for a long time. She's got her own channel, by the way, and of course, yeah, if you are one that wants to subscribe to her, please do. I do hope that she shows the pictures that she has just done today. She's only got them on the shorts at the moment, so yeah, that could change at any time. But the thing is, she lives literally 5 minutes away. I can't really say too much of where she is at this moment of time, and we have to be careful about filming our local locations because of security reasons. But yeah, having said that, of course, I managed to get a bus at this sort of time of night, because they go until the very last bus. There should be one coming up in just a moment near me, and I managed to get one without walking 5 minutes away. I just really fancied getting the bus for a change, and of course it's much more quicker than walking, and you wouldn't get out even on a taxi, because they wouldn't even do it for 2 seconds. That's how stingy taxis are these days. So there we have it. And of course, yeah, I would like to say a big hello to anyone tuning in at this moment of time. Okay, you're saying that £3 is a good deal. Right, okay. That was earlier, and you also mentioned about it earlier as well. Okay, and yeah, do spread the word about touring with us itself, and of course, wherever you go in London, because we haven't actually been to London. The only time I've been to London is at Liverpool Street Station. Do you know it quite well, Tom? And if you can tell us, Dry Up. I'm telling you in different sort of names here, but yeah, if you can tell us what you think of Liverpool Street Station, let us know. That's what it's all about here. And by the way, can you hear me loud and clear here? I've got to get my voice down for the simple reason of, because I've got somebody in this room I've got to respect. You have to respect them because they might wake up. So yeah, I'll spread the word of the people of London. Thank you very much indeed. So you are on recommend. So something recommended us. So I do hope you stay with the channel for a long time, and perhaps one day you could become a moderator if you get to know us. But of course, we would like to have a chance to meet our fans at any time. Come and meet us halfway or something like that. That'd be absolutely brilliant. I know Liverpool Street very well. I used to go there every day for work. So yeah, that's great stuff. Sorry about our stream that, of course, went a bit sort of tipsy turny earlier on in Easttown Park. It's because I had to clear up all the rubbish on the app, and sometimes phones don't really work very well. I'll have to get my other phone out, my other iPhone um, 7, but of course the sound on it is not all that great. Perhaps it's because I've got a second hand one, but you know, it's a shame because I like to do good live streams, the best quality I can get here. Of course, if the sound is okay you're in right now, it's because hopefully I'm going through a OBS studio here. That's why you're seeing, of course, touring with us with Nick Cee, specially written down here. It's because I'm going through my laptop at the moment. So there you go, a bit of a behind the scenes sort of verdict there. Yeah, great station, not my favourite London train station. Uh, Not so big, but still good. What's the situation in London at the moment because of the general election coming up and all that kind of thing? What's the mood there at the moment? Um, in our sort of I can't say the word constituency in our area. Of course, we've got West Suffolk, and of course, I believe there's a guy called Nick Timothy. I don't know if Matt Hancock is going to be in it now. I think he's completely out the window now. But of course, I don't really know. I don't really understand it. But of course, what I would say is, sorry to go on about politics, but of course, what I would say, I think the bus has just gone by there as I speak. And that's the last one of the evening here in this area. But no, seriously, yeah, what he's campaigning, Nick Timothy, is of course he wants to sort out more potholes, and of course the fact that of course the pharmacy, he wants to keep the pharmacy situation going, basically with of course the drugs that of course people have for their medication, uh, to go to the pharmacies, to save the GP time. Basically, that's what he wants, and sort the potholes out. Exactly. But yeah, it doesn't seem to have, of course, at the moment. I don't know why in our area we don't seem to have the Reform UK Party. So I don't know why that's not included at this moment of time. We'll have to find out on the 4th. I'll tell you what. If nothing that I like is not in the equation, there's only one thing I'm going to do. But yes, rip the whole thing up. So yeah, in that sort of way that I might think about doing that. But of course, other than that, of course, yeah, I don't know what other people are thinking right now. But yeah, Will Stacey is tuned in. A very good morning to you, actually. It's good morning. If anybody wants to chat at this sort of time of the night here, I know it's a little bit late here, and some people like Petri Hoskins, have you heard of that, on Talk TV, which is now on YouTube. They have phone-in chats, but we can do it on this chat here. If you have anything that you'd like to say about any particular subject, feel free to get in touch. And we're open all evening. Well, not all evening, but of course we'll try and answer your questions if you have any questions. Triumph says, of course, personally I won't be voting. While I don't think the Conservatives have done a great job, I don't think Labour will do any better. Yeah, a lot of people would probably agree with you. I don't know if I would, but I'm staying right in the middle of this. I'm not going to take sides here. If you want to speak to me personally about that, because I don't really want to offend anyone, I think the whole thing is a complete waste of time if I completely just say a big whole opinion. They're all the same as each other, basically, and I'm not going to go any further than that my decision will be my decision. It's like telling your bets here. If you want to share your opinion, that's fine. I want a public opinion. You're going to get mixture opinions. It's a bit like McDonald's of Haverhill. It's coming at the end of June apparently, and that'll be a great thing for a lot of people. And on the other side of the coin, it'll be a bad thing. Yeah, I don't know why people are just moaning about it. Whatever seems to happen in the beautiful town that we have and the unique town of Haverhill in Suffolk, people seem to tend to moan about it. Whatever comes, just be happy. We just got I think it's an Asian kind of convenience store or something like that. It's just opened up because we used to have a Poundland in Haverhill, Suffolk, but of course that's no longer there. There used to be a sort of hair saloon for a bit, and then that didn't last long. But we'll see how much this European kind of situation, where there's also another convenience store in the town as well. We haven't done a live in the high street for a long, long, long time. I was thinking of doing one every month, but of course, you think to yourself, is it worth it? After all what's been said about the place. But of course, we can think of other worse places as well. Like, of course, deprived Jaywick. Of course, we could walk along there one day with my, I would say significant other. She does appear from time to time on the channel. And yeah, we could actually end up going in that sort of direction and having to walk down towards Jaywick. That'd be quite a walk, but of course it usually takes about 45 minutes from Clacton. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're very keen on doing Let's Dry Up. Maybe would you like to actually do it together live? Because now that you are a channel supporter, not a member, because one day we'll have channel members, and that will then allow us to give you exclusive content that you won't see anywhere else. If you want to see current exclusive extra content, go on to We Love East Anglia, because we do post some really interesting sort of content on there. Sorry, I had to scratch my nose there. So yeah, anyway, yeah, let's have a look. Will Stacey said there was one today in central London. Are you actually from London, Will Stacey? I don't think I've seen you on the channel before. Maybe it's a new viewer. Oh, you are just called Will Stacey. Some people just call themselves by other names, and then they just come up. And so I'm glad that people are sort of recognising us here and tuning into us, which is just so feeling great. We do football commentaries, we do all sorts of things. We keep up to date with you as best as we can. We've got Nice and Relaxing Show, which is performed by Giuliani Buzz Buzz. You might have seen that before, but if you haven't, go and check out recent lives that we have done. And of course, we have a chat with you at the end of the program as well, if you have any questions with the team. And that's what it's all about. And of course, occasionally we might have the odd Q&A and chat. And of course, you're welcome to ask us any questions at all or whatsoever. And I'm reading some of the lovely comments that people have been coming on. I just love it. I just love hosting shows. I love talking to you guys and girls, whoever is tuning in across the entire world. We have some moderators that even are from America that tune in to us from time to time. We've got Curly Whirly as a moderator, myself obviously, and Giuliani Buzz Buzz as well from Nice and Relaxing Show. We are talking about how we are going to fit the timing with some of our nice and relaxing shows. Of course, it will be sort of scattered about throughout June, and July is going to be a difficult month for us, but because of course we are just going through our sort of times where we are doing a bit of touring with us here and there, in different locations, and hopefully back in our favourite place that we normally go to. And I'm actually looking forward to, touch wood, getting some tickets for, of course, Jim Davison, which I've seen before in 2019, but I want to see him before he sort of pegs it. But I want to see him a bit more, and remember a great comedian, which of course you will not find a better comedian than Jim Davison, in my opinion. If you like Jim Davison, give us a thumbs up, and of course we really do appreciate that. So let's get to the chat here, and of course, yes, I would definitely like to do a interview. If you can do it together live with us, I don't know how we're going to do that, but of course there is a together live. We can actually go and do it on a phone, but you do have to try and maybe send us an email on touringwithUsteam@gmail.com, or you can use Facebook as well. If you're not on Facebook, then use because some people are not on Facebook purely because they don't want to be on it. But of course, if you are on it, use the Touring With Us on Facebook, so you can go directly to us. And alternatively, you can actually go to touringwithusteam@gmail.com. So we can actually send you the link to the Together Live, and let us know what time you want to come on, so we can have a chat with you on the screen as well, so we can have an interactive chat with our fans, which would be absolutely brilliant. So yeah, have you and Giuliani travelled abroad? Good question out there. Well, we have, but not for a very, very long time. I've been to Spain, I've been to America, and my brother, actually, of course, Giuliani Buzz, in 1991, he actually went up the Twin Towers before it came tumbling down, which was a sad shame, really. But it's a shame what's happening in America as it is today. Of course, I don't know what people's opinion is. It a good opinion, or are you with the opinion? Are you with Trump, or are you not with Trump? So let us know your thoughts on that. I'll read some comments out regarding some opinions about Trump. Whether you think, of course, the decision is harsh, or do you think Biden is just as bad as well, or do you think he should get away with it as well? But of course, yeah, make your own mind about what you think about that. Whether you think Trump has been hard done by, and was it a rigged, trial? Make your own mind about that. Giuliani is a family member, yes, and of course, I'll send you my email tomorrow. I'm too lazy to do it tonight. That's absolutely fine. You don't have to do it tonight because it is kind of like late, isn't it? So yeah, it's not normally that people are up at this time of night, of course, having a chat with me at this point. I normally wouldn't do it at this time. I normally would do it a little bit earlier, and we're trying to work out a time for the nice and relaxing show. It's normally about 8 o'clock on Sundays, but unfortunately, I can't get a wording out this time of night. It's tongue-tied late here. But no, we are trying to get it at 8 o'clock like we normally do, but unfortunately, because somebody else is here for the summer, it makes it a little bit difficult because they are in the next room. So we have to respect that. So, okay. Yes, Triumph says, I am with Trump. I think he's quite funny. Not a big threat, as people say. That's interesting thoughts on that one. And, I think, of course, Faraz is going to be, good mates with him. And, the one we've got to worry about is the one that might be in 10 Downing Street, whoever that may be. Yeah. It may well be both of them in it. It could well be a very, very close thing. We'll have to wait and see on the 4th of June. But our sort of area is West Suffolk, which is East Town Park, which we were at. And, yeah, ER as in, yeah, absolutely. We were in that area today, and of course my phone kept getting a bit sort of on the funny side. It's not normally like that. Maybe it's because my phone is getting a little bit outdated, maybe. But it's lasted as well as it could, actually. But it's okay, the phone. But of course, I'm just watching the chat on there as it goes to say, and it's very clear. And of course, I don't know what the sound is like. But of course, I can't hear the sound because if I turn it up, then of course it will clash with the live stream that I'm at. There is a slight delay, so if I was to have the one that is going out on YouTube right now, it will be slightly delayed. So that's why I'm not switching the sound on as much. But yeah, the sound is very good and loud. Is it? Is it loud for a change? I'm using the sound actually from this little tap thing here. You can feel that because that's probably the speakers, and of course it's a nice little webcam which you can buy from Poundland, and I know Poundland is a cheap place, but of course they do a fair quality kind of webcams, don't they? Which is what you're actually watching through. The actual main webcam of the laptop isn't that great. It's okay, but I don't know if I can show you actually, but the difference, oh, hang on, just bear with me. I don't know if I can get a webcam. No, maybe not. Hang on, I'm still integrated camera. Some reason it won't work. Oh, there we go. It's on. I'm going to flick over for a second. I'll cut it.
Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. And I've got my my laptop, my tablet here, because I want to start off with something that's quite appalling in broken Britain. What are we turning into South Africa here? South Africa, which I'll be talking a little bit later on Ustream, has a murder every 20 minutes. It's wonderful, isn't it? But does that compare with our country? No. And the reason I'm not talking about it on YouTube, because someone will call me racist. So let's just talk about something here. And let's have a look at the picture of these two beauties. These two beauties went into a shop in 24/7.
Hi everyone, really good to see you again today. Where are we today? We're in the heart of London, we're at Bank. And this door behind me, that leads into the Bank of England. I may well need to break in here in a minute because
Strange. Right, okay, I'm on the right one here. Right, okay, it's image rear. Maybe, I don't know. It's very complicated. Can you hear me now? You should be able to hear me now. Yeah, it should be back to where it was. So I do apologise about that. So, yeah, that is a very good webcam. Shocking, it is from Poundland. Wow, it's amazing, isn't it? Some things are good from Poundland and some are not. So hopefully you can actually maybe don't switch cameras again. Yeah, because I'm getting confused with some of them, and I've got so many things going on here on OBS Studio. So yeah, sometimes some cameras work, and you can work them quite well, and they do actually when I'm organised a little bit more, do work. Did you hear anything of Jim Davison there? And you heard a bit of Gary's Eats there. As always, let's give it a go. There's one that I haven't actually, spoken about too much. It's Walk With Me Tim. Have you ever seen his channel? And of course, what I would say is that there is one particular gimmick that I love. It's the word unique that he uses. And there's another one that he uses, yikes, as well. That comes from America, I think. But, of course, when I first saw Walk With Me Tim, he went around at Yarmouth a lot and Cambridge. I met him at both places, firstly in Great Yarmouth, and, of course, he always said that unique. And I actually went up to him and said, I love that word that you say. And he went quiet on me for some reason. So yeah, I love Tim. I watch all his uploads. Brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Do you see any other YouTube channels out there? There's one I was watching the other day. I think it's Dave's Walks or something like that. And of course, it was a silent video, and all I could hear was his footsteps of when he was walking past the canal in Lancashire somewhere. Okay. Yeah, we can only fit 2 people in our shower. Yeah, that's another gimmick as well. When he actually came up to us, or we came up to him, he said, "Who are you?" That's another thing he said. And of course, yeah, and I walked up to him and said, "Are you Mr. Motivator?" He goes, "No, I don't think so." There is a video of it on our channel that we did see him. So, of course, yeah, maybe you spotted us through that. No, I don't know. But I heard a bit of Gary. I love Gary. Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? Hopefully, we one day will collaborate in a restaurant with him as well, like he did with Greens Eat or Greenos Eat. I haven't seen much of Greenos Eat as much, but yeah, they're all sort of unique in their own sort of way. There's a special word, unique, again. And of course, there's another guy that of course we did on our gimmicks section, which was Matt and Sophie channel. Now they've just been coming back to their demonetization, back to monetization, which basically means they were demonetized, but of course they came back as monetized again. So they got it sorted. I don't know what issue that YouTube had with them, of course, saying that they were misleading or something, but they didn't explain why, apparently. So, let's hope that never happens with us, when we get to that stage of, 1K subscribers. But, of course, it's still a long way to go yet, but with your help, we could do that. And I just want to thank every one of you that has come through and supported us as well. We do the odd football commentaries, but of course there's not a lot to do as the season is now over. I was so pleased with Saints, my team here, who actually went through it and won against Leeds. Surprisingly, it was a fair sort of game, and I'm going to rate it. What am I going to give it, as Gary Eats might say in his restaurant terms? What am I going to give it? Well, actually, I would give it around about the actual game as a whole that I did see, and I was covering it on Facebook, and what I would personally say, I thought the game was about 8 out of 10, getting on to 9, because the referee did add on a lot of stoppages, and of course that sort of wound me up a little bit. Although I don't get wound up about football as much, I kept really calm and cool, and we just about scraped the victory in the end. I think it was Adam Armstrong who got our goal, which was quite a good sort of finish actually, and it's the sort of goal you expect an England top scorer to score. Hopefully he gets chosen one day by Gareth Southgate if he's still in charge. But of course, let's hope England go all the way through. But of course, England are so corrupt, as in the higher rank. So much money involved with it, and everything decision goes against England. Yeah, have you heard of Magic Geekdom? Not, I haven't. No. What's that all about then? Can you explain to me what that is? Have you heard of saging? Has anyone heard of that? Well, of course. I think this room has been saged, by the way, just to let everyone know. So, what is Geekdom? Explain to us. Maybe we can research that one up one day and get someone to explain that. So if you can tell us what it is, that would be helpful. And of course, yeah, anything that comes up on our channel, feel free to ask any questions whatsoever. So yeah, Will Stacey says earlier, Farage and Trump will be fantastic combination in my opinion. A lot of Trump and Trump fans here tonight, and let's of course maybe start up a small campaign on that one, because Alvin might agree with you. I'm not sure I will, but Alvin definitely will. And everything that Alvin says, then I will actually go along with it up to a point. So basically, Greek Dom or Geek Dom, Magic Geek Dom, are American YouTubers who like to travel around the UK. Great YouTubers and offer a really interesting perspective of the UK. Interesting. I've not heard of that one before. Perhaps we can get some subscribers from America somewhere. But yeah, just keep spreading the word. And who knows, we might get some interesting people. And you're also going to get sort of other types of opinions. Did you actually, for those people who have been on the side of Trump and Nigel Farage, have you all been watching, of course, GB News before Dan Wootton left? And he's now got his new kind of program now, away from the off communists, as he says, outspoken. And I hope he does a really good channel out there, because I liked him for his presenting skills, not necessarily on the politics side. I thought he was a great presenter, always came out with a smile. His gimmick was good night with a smile. But yeah, he always said that in that style. And he's actually on my Twitter page. He's actually followed us. Dan Wootton has, and of course his moderator as well has followed us. Calvin Robinson has followed us. So we've got a lot of these followers, but no one else has bothered to follow us, on the other side of the spectrum. So we're looking for all sides. We're not here to attack any sort of side of the coin, but we're here to actually support everyone. And my battery is running low, by the way. Before my battery runs low, I better switch this back on. because otherwise, of course, we'll go off air, and of course that wouldn't be very good. We've already had that issue earlier on, so yeah. Anyway, yes, quite right. You must sleep. I hope you have a good day tomorrow. Yeah, I had a cold in my throat. I hope you have a good day tomorrow. Thank you very much. Not checked out Outspoken. I will do though. Yeah, absolutely. But he's got a lot of stuff there, even from the GB News days, that he has got. And the one I'm not very keen on is Ben Butterworth and just a few others on there that really get on my nerves. But of course, there's so many to name. They seem to get in arguments. Come on this show and, come and have an argument with us. But actually, we don't really want arguments on here because we have enough of it. But like I say, those kind of people are gutless to come on here and share their opinions. But come and do it. They are welcome. We don't try to, cancel anyone out. Everyone's welcome, to have their opinions, and that is what freedom of speech is all about. So there you go. Okay, but I would like to say for you guys out there, a huge thank you so much for watching this evening. It has been my pleasure doing this, and of course, what I will say is that a huge thank you so much for watching this evening, and wherever you may be, have yourself a truly wonderful rest of the morning here, and God bless to you all, because we will continue and strive forward, and of course we will try and entertain you as best as possible. And the next live update, I will remind people about this, so please stick around for that. And of course, yes, it's all about Visit Great Yarmouth, what's on in 2024. But yeah, some useful information about how to get there, and what the available things to do and all that kind of thing. I'll read you that, or I will be reading you all that once again, to remind everyone. It's that sort of section again, and this is a free magazine that you can actually pick up, or one day you could actually win it for a competition. So there we have it. Alvin's gone to sleep in a sort of different locational area with Curly Wurly. He's fine, which is good. He's asleep on the floor. Bless his soul. So we're going to say the famous peace out for now, the famous unique goodbye for now until next time, and good night, as Dan Wootton once said, and also what's the other one here? Squishy babies, that's one of them. And is there any more? Welcome to the show that never ends from Jim Davison. Well, we say the golden show that never ends, and the other one is we'll leave that racing through your mind. There's so many gimmicks that we use, and there's one that we will use. We will keep you in suspense. Okay, we'll leave that racing through your mind just for now, and the lovely fur to go with it. Right, okay, you will hear some theme music for now. Until next time, do take care and sleep well. I'm sure you'll do that honourable thing. Good night for now.
Don't miss the magic of the Lost World. Escape to Paradise.